Hello and welcome to another video from the Easy Geek TV channel. Now, in this video, we are not doing a tutorial like the other videos that I've done so far. In fact, this video will be sort of like a recap and closing this small series of how-to or practical daily usage of Linux Mint. In our example is Linux Mint Mate. What the videos cover here is pretty much applicable to other Mint editions as well. Not much of a change, really. Well, as you can see here from this list I've created here, we went through how to create the USB flash drive, both using the Rufus program or the Ventoy, which is a bit more practical if you try to use more distros, testing them to get a taste of what they are. An introduction to Linux Mint and why you should start with Linux Mint if you're totally a beginner with the Linux world. There's a reason why this is being suggested by a lot of Linux veterans, sort of speaking, if you wish. Because this is a rock-solid replacement for the, honestly, for a bloated Windows system. Nowadays, it's just unbearable to work with a Windows system, as you probably have seen from your experience. Now, this series of videos do not pretend to cover everything. In fact, it is really difficult to cover everything that you could learn. The best way to learn is doing it on your own, practical terms. Now, we went through the installation, which is really very, very easy and straightforward. The first steps, as you can see here from the welcome menu. So we went through these. We didn't focus too much with the desktop colors. You can experiment with that if you wish. We definitely focused on the system snapshots using the timeshift available program with the drivers. So we did visit these topics, the updates, which is really easy to use essentially. And then we went on with the disk drives, a bit of a short intro to disk drives, how to add them, how to set them so they start up with the system. And then of course, the system restore time shift, how to create user accounts, actually using the graphical user interface, or GUI for short, and not through the command line, although if you wish you could go that route and test it. And then a short intro, like bare basics to the terminal or the command line, which is a very good and useful tool. Actually, is sort of for a lot of Linux users, long-time users. This is like the go-to way of doing things, really. Although for beginners it might be a bit scary. Once you know the power it wields, you'll be amazed at what you could do with it. So, and then a short stop on how to install software. This actually was the video that made more views in my channel, although the channel is fresh, brand new, and it's dedicated to beginners. So let's just focus on that. How to dual drive boot, so you can have Windows and Linux on its own drive, like each to its own drive, not in the same disk drive, because Windows usually causes issues. And then a short intro into printers, as you can see, just 5 minutes. Really easy to set up. Working with optical media, which is CDs and DVDs. And then how to keep your system in top shape with updates, how to check for system errors, memory checks and stuff. Some app suggestions along the way. And of course, this is one of the most important topics, I think, that beginners in the Linux world should take a bit of care when it comes to it. You have to be really patient, because it does take a bit of time to get used to it, the way things work in the Linux world. And I should say this again, that it's just this sort of like a glitch, and it doesn't apply only to Linux Mint per se. It's with other distros the same issue. Now, of course, this channel is new and dedicated to beginners. Videos will not stop here, of course, but this series, this short series, will be stopping here at the moment. And well, what I actually want to focus in this video, which is, I think, really important, and I don't see it mentioned in other tutorials, unfortunately, but it's really important, is to go and contribute if you feel like doing it, because this is what keeps the open source free software available to the world. Actually, our contributions are everyday contributions. If you find value from these programs, the operating system like Linux Mint or other distros, by the way, anything that's open source that's being kept up by voluntary contributions like ours, it's really important to have a look at this, and if you can, by all means, do support the project. Now, you can search online how to do this, or just click on here on the welcome window and go to the linuxmint.com getinvolved.php, and it says, no matter how you help us, thank you. So there's of course a couple of ways to help. Donations, which is very welcome. Sponsorships, if you want to follow that route. Support and promotion. So do have a look at this, and by all means, I would suggest you guys to really give a thought about this, to help the projects, to keep them afloat, because it's not easy in the open source world to keep things afloat, sort of speaking. Every little help, every little stone, should I say, helps in these projects is really important for us to help. Now, this is sort of like my small contribution to this world of Linux. Of course, it's not stopping here, but at the moment, this is like a small intro for total beginners in the Linux world. And there are plenty of tutorials that cover this, but I think this is important, and actually the scope of this video is to sort of encourage people to help, to donate to the projects. I'm not sponsored by any way, to sort of advertise, if you wish, this, or as people used to say in the Linux world, to rise this. No, really, I just find value from the system, like the Linux Mint, Mate and other distros. And so I think it's good for people to kind of contribute into these systems, because there are no powerful corporations keeping them afloat, you know what I mean. So that's it. I think this video sort of like a put in the seal, if you wish, but not literally like that. I would say that this is like a short series of videos. I'll of course continue to do videos regarding Linux and other topics as well, but this is like a small intro to the Linux Mint Mate world, because Linux Mint Mate is like the closest to in resemblance and traditional look when it comes to the Windows, people coming from Windows, I mean. And I really strongly suggest you to start with Linux Mint if you are totally a newcomer to the Linux world. And there's a reason, and I'm sorry I keep repeating this stuff, but it's really important, because the moment you get a grasp of the system, then you can move on to others, like distros. That's the ground. If you like, let's say Fedora, SUSE, this, that, whatever, and you can move on from there. But this is a solid ground for you guys to start if you're totally new to the Linux world. So I hope this small series, sort of like my 2 cents, if you wish, with this small series of tutorials, is helpful to you. It's really helpful. If so, please consider to like and subscribe. Save the playlist and share it with friends who might find this helpful. And of course, I hope you find your way through the Linux world, because it's really worth trying and keeping on that. With that said, I think this is a nice recap for the whole small series of videos regarding Linux Mint Mate installation and usage guides and the practical daily usage. So that's it, guys. I hope you find value from this small series of videos, as other videos from other content creators on YouTube. If so, keep on, and see you in another video. Thanks for now. Bye bye.